Have you ever wondered about the difference between a solar and lunar eclipse? Eclipses in their simplest form are celestial events where one celestial body obscures another. A solar eclipse occurs when the moon comes between the Earth and the Sun, casting a shadow on part of the Earth. On the other hand, a lunar eclipse takes place when the Earth positions itself between the Sun and the Moon, casting its shadow on the Moon. Now, why are we talking about eclipses? Well, there's an exciting event on the horizon. On April 8, 2024, we're expecting a total solar eclipse. This event is particularly significant as it will be the last total solar eclipse visible from the United States for 2 decades. A total solar eclipse is a rare and awe-inspiring spectacle where the moon completely obscures the sun, casting a shadow that momentarily turns day into night. To understand these celestial events, we first need to grasp the phases of the moon. The moon doesn't shine its own light but reflects light from the sun. This reflection varies as the moon orbits around the Earth, creating different moon phases. Our moon is a fascinating celestial body, and one of the most intriguing aspects of its existence is its phases. These phases are created by the alignment of the moon, Earth, and the sun. As the moon orbits our planet, we see varying amounts of the moon's sunlit side, resulting in the 8 distinct phases we're all familiar with. Starting from a new moon, when the moon is positioned between the Earth and the sun, we see virtually none of the moon's illuminated side. As the moon moves in its orbit, a thin, crescent-shaped sliver of light appears. This phase is known as the waxing crescent. As the moon continues to orbit, the lighted area we see becomes larger. Once the moon is a quarter way through its orbit, we see it half illuminated. This phase is called the first quarter. Beyond the first quarter, the moon moves into the waxing gibbous phase. The illumination continues to grow, appearing more than half lit but less than full. Then comes the full moon, a sight to behold, when the moon is on the opposite side of the Earth from the sun, fully illuminated in our night sky. But the show doesn't end there. As the moon continues on its path, we move into the waning gibbous phase where the moon appears to shrink. The last quarter, or third quarter, comes next, mirroring the first quarter, but with the illumination on the opposite side. Finally, the waning crescent phase sees the moon reduced to a sliver once again before returning to the new moon phase, and the cycle begins anew. These phases are more than just a celestial spectacle. They have guided humanity for millennia, providing a natural calendar and inspiring countless myths, legends, and romantic verses. Now that we've unraveled the mystery of the moon's phases, let's delve into the fascinating world of eclipses. A solar eclipse, a rare and dramatic event, happens when the moon comes between the sun and the Earth. This celestial alignment is more than just a spectacle. It's a dance of shadows and light that has been captivating humans since the dawn of time. Let's delve a little deeper into the 3 types of solar eclipses: total, partial, and annular. Total solar eclipses are perhaps the most awe-inspiring. During a total solar eclipse, the moon completely obscures the sun, casting a dark shadow known as the umbra onto the Earth. For those standing within this shadow, the day turns into night, and the sun's outer atmosphere, the corona, becomes visible. Next up, we have partial solar eclipses. As the name suggests, during a partial solar eclipse, only a part of the sun is obscured by the moon. This happens when the sun, the moon, and the Earth are not perfectly aligned, and the moon only partially covers the sun. The result? A sun that looks as if a chunk has been bitten off by a celestial entity. Last but not least, we have the annular solar eclipse. This occurs when the moon is at its furthest point from Earth in its orbit, making it appear smaller in the sky. As a result, it doesn't fully cover the sun, leaving a bright, fiery ring or annulus visible around the moon. This is why annular eclipses are often referred to as ring of fire eclipses. The different types of solar eclipses we see are all a result of the moon's shadow interacting with the Earth. The umbra, the dark central part of the moon's shadow, is where a total eclipse can be observed. The penumbra, a lighter part of the shadow, is where partial eclipses occur. And when the moon is too small to fully cover the sun, we witness an annular eclipse. While solar eclipses are a sight to behold, lunar eclipses are equally captivating. A lunar eclipse occurs when the Earth comes between the sun and the moon, casting its shadow on the moon. Now imagine this celestial dance playing out in the vast expanse of the cosmos, with our Earth performing a graceful pirouette, momentarily dimming the moon's glow. Unlike a solar eclipse where the moon blocks our view of the sun, a lunar eclipse happens when our planet obscures sunlight reaching the moon. But not all lunar eclipses are alike. There are three types: total, partial, and penumbral, each defined by the Earth's shadow's reach. Let's start with a total lunar eclipse. This spectacle occurs when the Earth, the Sun, and the Moon are perfectly aligned. The Earth's full shadow, known as the umbra, blankets the Moon entirely. But don't expect the Moon to vanish. It doesn't. Instead, it takes on a mesmerizing reddish hue, earning it the nickname blood moon. This crimson color is the result of sunlight refracting or bending around the Earth's atmosphere and reaching the Moon. Next up is a partial lunar eclipse. As the name suggests, this event happens when only a part of the Moon dips into the Earth's umbra. The result? A celestial body appearing as if it's had a bite taken out of it. Lastly, we have the penumbral lunar eclipse, the most subtle of the trio. In this case, the Moon passes through the Earth's partial shadow, known as the penumbra. The change is so slight that it's often hard to discern without the aid of telescopes. In the cosmic ballet, the Earth's shadow plays a pivotal role in shaping these lunar spectacles. It's a testament to the intricate dynamics of our solar system and the enchanting events they precipitate. Now that we understand the mechanics of both solar and lunar eclipses, let's talk about a special event. On April 8, 2024, a total solar eclipse will sweep across North America. Now, doesn't that sound like a grand celestial event? This solar eclipse promises to be a spectacle for the ages, with its path of totality stretching across a vast array of states from Texas to New York to Maine, and even reaching into the Canadian provinces. A solar eclipse, as we know, is a remarkable phenomenon. It's when the Moon, in its constant dance around our planet, aligns perfectly between the Earth and the Sun, casting a shadow that turns day into twilight. Just imagine, standing under the open sky as the Moon slowly devours the Sun, until finally, for a few precious minutes, you're under the Moon's shadow, the corona of the Sun peeking from behind. Now let's talk numbers. There are approximately 32 million people lucky enough to live directly in this path of totality, with an additional 7.4 million expected to travel for this event. That's almost 40 million people, all turning their eyes skyward at the same moment. Quite the communal experience, isn't it? But remember, this event attracts a significant influx of tourists. So, if you're planning to travel to witness the eclipse, it's recommended to plan ahead for travel and accommodations. You wouldn't want to miss out on a comfortable spot to enjoy this celestial ballet because of last-minute hassles, would you? The 2024 solar eclipse is not just an astronomical event, it's a social phenomenon, a shared experience that unites people under the vast cosmic theater. It's a reminder of our place in the cosmos, a humbling spectacle that underscores the beauty and grandeur of the universe we are a part of. So mark your calendars for this celestial spectacle. It's a date with the Sun, a dance with the Moon, and a rendezvous with the cosmos. Don't miss it. We've covered a lot of ground today, haven't we? We started our celestial journey by exploring the phases of the Moon, understanding how its appearance changes over the course of a month due to the shifting positions of the Earth, Moon, and Sun. We then dove into the captivating phenomena of eclipses, unraveling the differences between solar and lunar eclipses. We learned that during a solar eclipse, the Moon passes between the Earth and the Sun, causing a shadow to fall on Earth. On the flip side, a lunar eclipse happens when the Earth stands between the Sun and the Moon, casting its shadow on the Moon. Finally, we marked our calendars for the total solar eclipse on April 8, 2024, a significant event that will have a path of totality stretching across North America. This is an occasion not to be missed, offering us a chance to witness one of nature's most awe-inspiring spectacles. So, whether you're an astronomy enthusiast or just a curious observer, let this knowledge fuel your fascination with the sky and its celestial bodies. Keep looking up, you never know what wonders the sky may hold.